Chronicles.
Hi everyone, I'd like to introduce y'all to Brown Boy Chronicles, a podcast by four Indian friends sharing their life experiences and views on the world, talking about their struggles, their come-ups, and just coming together and cracking some jokes. We hope y'all enjoy.
Welcome back to the Brown Boy Chronicles. This is season 4. This is KV.
This is Harvey.
This is Lucky, and our boy Deech is behind the scenes this episode. He's going to be just handling the audio and production side of things for a little while he gets things settled. But yeah, it's been a long time coming. I think we took like a 6 or 7 week hiatus, but now we're back. Dude, we got to just go at it. How y'all feel about that Will Smith shit, Rinku, I'm going to ask you, because you said like he's defending his wife. Is that like how you still feel after like all the shit that unfolded, or how you feel about it?
I mean, what do you mean? I think it's a bunch of like just trauma, Like Will Smith honestly didn't handle like the August Alsina situation like properly either, right? Like he played like straight like soft like soy boy like in that scenario, and like
Entanglements.
I feel like now he had the opportunity to like pick on somebody. I don't know. It just like, it was weird because, right, like they both like started off laughing at the joke, and then he looks over at Jada, and then she's like nodding her head in like shame. And I think that's kind of what triggered him. But at first, like, I think he was okay with it.
Dude, that joke was so fucking mild too. Like, did you guys get the joke, right? I didn't get the reference until I looked up G.I.
Yeah, I had to look it up.
You don't know what he's just referencing a G.I. Joe, right?
No, Jane. There's a G.I. Jane. Like there's like a military woman. She's got her.
Yeah. I was just thinking like, that's why like, yeah, he's just talking about the GI things and whatnot. I don't know. Do you guys feel like comedians should be like untouchable in terms of like they should be able to like say whatever the fuck they want, because it's all comedy at the end of the day, right? Like that's how old school comedy used to be.
So I saw this TikTok of Chris D'Elia or whatever, the guy with like long hair. This was actually a really good piece that kind of put it into perspective for me. He basically said like, you know why like it's so weird for people to get mad at comedians? Because they're joking. Like that's literally what his like reasoning was. And he said, you're actually paying to go to a Lucky, you're paying right tonight to go to this Veer Das. And if something triggers you, right, at the end of the day, he's joking, right? It's part of a piece. He's wrote it for a joke for a certain, audience to like laugh or something. He doesn't mean it in any type of derogatory way or like any type of like disrespectful way. It's a comedy show and like it should be taken lightheartedly. And the thing with Chris Rock thing is there were multiple writers. It wasn't just Chris Rock, first of all. So we don't even know if Chris Rock wrote the fucking joke or if it was someone else.
Well, to your point, I think, I mean, to a degree, I kind of agree. I think everyone is allowed to feel however they feel. Like even if I'm going to a comedy show, like if some shit like like he clowns me some shit that I'm insecure about, like I'm allowed to feel a certain type of way. But what I'm not allowed to do is just escalate it to putting hands on someone. I'm like Will Smith. I feel like if anything, you should have just like screamed, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth, rather than storming the stage, slapping the shit out of Chris Rock and then coming back down, just then scream that shit. Like, or you just talk to someone like after this fact, like like behind the stage, be like, yo, that shit was not cool, don't do that shit, or some shit like that. If anything, like if you want to let people or the world know, just scream that shit. You don't need to go up and slap him. So I mean, yeah, I kind of agree with Chris D'Elia. Like it's jokes at the end of the day, and like, but at the same time, you can't. Like if some shit rubs you the wrong way, you're allowed to feel that way. But what you're not allowed to do is just escalate that shit. And to me, like when Jada gave that side eye, bro, I'm like, is that like how you like kind of earn a girl's like, like, oh, this like my boy, like this my man's like, he got my back. That's almost just like saying, she can't handle the joke herself. Like she's just too sensitive to words that I got to step in. And then like, then if it's all about equality shit, she should be the one saying, shut the fuck up, Chris Rock, not him, right? Like if they're all like about moving like the feminist and all that shit, I thought that's like what is also kind of a little iffy about it, I don't know.
I saw some funny ass shit on Twitter though. It's like, I don't know. If I was Jada, I would have been like back in the limo like 5 minutes later if my man's like stood up for me like that and just like fucking him like right away.
Dude, I feel okay. So I disagree with the slap 100%, but like I also feel bad for Will Smith because like obviously like Jada's I feel like it was Jada that triggered it, and all the stuff with the entanglement and all the stuff with like Tupac earlier on in there.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
that Tupac thing is like also too. I feel like Will Smith just like he gotta be insecure about that. Like, yo, she was banging Tupac.
I just don't understand why this man's with her, bro. Like he can, like he's Will Smith. Like I feel like he's constantly trying to like.
It's a secret world of Hollywood.
Bro, that shit is so fucking sus to me. Like, bro, like if I was like with, I don't know, like a girl, I've gotta like talk to a girl about this shit. But like if I was a girl and I saw my man's like that type of behavior just out of the blue, that shit would stress me out. Like some person that can't control like their emotions like that in a fucking award show, nonetheless, like where cameras are on you, I would be a little sussed out because we know drunk people that are around us that sometimes they're a little on edge. And I don't like being around those people. Will Smith just reminded me of that, where someone you never know when the fuse might go off.
also, Chris Rock handled that so professionally, by the way.
Facts, bro.
Facts. Yo, to backtrack, KV, these comedians don't write all their own jokes. They have writers too.
Well, no. So like the Academy, right? So it's like every year they pick a new comedian. Like Kevin Hart's been there, Ellen's been there. So this year it's been Chris Rock. So it's like, oh, it's like this thing. Like it's
like SNL. It's like SNL. Like you have writers and then you obviously contribute to like, you know.
Yeah. I'm not saying Chris Rock doesn't write his other stuff. I'm saying just for this. It's like you have writers.
Award show.
Bro, I didn't even know she had alopecia. I thought that was just like a hairstyle choice.
Yeah.
Like dead ass until like I like Googled around, like, you know, she has alopecia. Then I'm like, all right, like, okay. But then she made a post on Instagram saying, you know, I have to love this. I have to love this. Like, you know, then fucking love it. Don't get upset about it if you really rocking it as it is, you know, like I'm sure she got the bread to like fix that shit. But if you go rocking it like that, you know, all raw, you got to be able to handle that shit.
Yeah. And also I'm looking in this in like the lens of how I would feel like I was honestly thinking about this. I was like, even if I had like cancer or something and I was bald, I would not be offended by that joke personally. And I like dark humor and stuff. So it's like, for me, it's like, if I laugh at something and something else offends me, that's a joke. Like I'm keeping the same energy. Like to me, it's funny. Like both are funny. You know, I can't laugh at something else that doesn't concern me. That's dark humor. And then laugh at something else that's dark humor that concerns me.
Yeah. On top of that, I think like if you're sitting in a front row and you're against a comedian, I think that's like a well-known thing. Like if you're in the front row, the comedian's going to cook your ass. So like, if you don't want to be cooked, don't sit in the fucking front row. Right? Is that always a thing? I've only been to like one or two comedy shows.
Well, I don't know how it works because he was nominated for Best Actor. Maybe he got priority for the seat or something. Like I really don't know.
Seats might be assigned there.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was just like you sit in the front row or like sit in the front, and if you're in the front, they always like cook your ass. Like if you're sitting in the front row, like that's what I thought of it as, like a comedy show, but I've never been.
Where you sitting like at the comedy show today that you're going to?
So I try to get in the front, but then all the tickets were sold out. So we're sitting in the middle and it's like 6 rows back. So it's not really in the front, but it's kind of in the front, like where the general admission is.
And this beard ass guy, like what's his thing? Like, I mean, the only person I'm really accustomed to like is like Kevin Hart and like, yeah, like Russell Peters and like, yeah, then you're like Chris Rock people, right? So like, what's this guy's style?
Yeah, he's like from the pin, like he's from like motherland, like he's from India. He's got like an Indian accent a little bit, but he just kind of shines a light on like the fucking what is it called, hypocrisy of like Indian culture and shit like that. And comedy scene over there isn't as big, and you know, like if you say some shit out of pocket, they gonna like, you know, kill your ass almost. I feel like that's just how India is. But I only saw like 1 or 2 clips on his YouTube page, and that's when like I was texting you guys in the group chat and KV was roasting my ass. He's like, yo, how do you not know this man's? And then now he's just like in Philly, and then JP really likes him. I was like, yo, fuck it, let's just go. I've never been to a comedy show. Well, I've been to one, but I was like, all right, let's do something. But I honestly have no idea what his like background and what he's going to talk about today. I only saw like a couple clips.
True. That's kind of good though. Like going blind. I don't know. I went to one comedy show in like Vegas. Shit was lame.
Yeah, you gotta have like, cause this dude's got like I think 1 million YouTube subscribers and shit. So he's popping. You gotta know a little bit of like, you know, background, but
yeah,
this is my like second one.
Speaking of Vegas too, like there's a new, you know how there was a new F1 race in Miami? There's going to be the one in Vegas in like 2023. So F1's like coming over here too.
Because F1's usually mostly in Europe, right?
Yeah, we should get tickets for it in 2023. Shit's fire.
That's just so boring,
I
bro.
feel
You
like it
just
was
watch
not worth it to like do it in the US, yo. I feel like you gotta go to like Europe and do that shit, and then like Morocco,
Not Morocco. You mean what is it? Monte Carlo with the yachts?
Monte Carlo, yeah.
You know the Iron Man scene with the cars.
Yeah.
Where he drove the car. That's
Where
Monte
the
Carlo.
whipped it, yeah.
Is that Iron Man 2?
That's Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't get the fascination of racing, bro. That's just so boring to me.
I think a lot of I got into it because of the Netflix series Drive to Survive.
I think you just go for like, I don't know. I wouldn't go for the racing.
I wouldn't go for the racing
culture.
either.
Like, you already know they're going hard there. They probably like so much like shit going on. Like,
yeah, you just go there party and stuff, but
it's Monte Carlo, yeah.
What do you mean the culture? Is it just like soccer shit? Like, they're just like rowdy.
It's just high class. You know what I mean? Like everybody there has got money. Like it's like just a bougie crowd and shit like that. The Andrew Hamilton guy, that's the guy, right? That's like the
Lewis
top
Hamilton.
F1. Lewis Hamilton. Yeah.
Isn't that a president, Andrew Hamilton?
Yeah, he's on the 20.
So you guys don't know that much about F1. He won 7 titles in a row each year.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Last year he was supposed to win, got fucked the last race by the race coordinator where some incident happened on the track, like a car accident. And the ruling on the field, like the gap between the cars, like between second place and him kind of shortened a lot. And he ended up getting fucked and lost a race in the last race, or lost the championship in the last race.
Is it just like one race every now and then? Or is it just like how many races are there?
There's like 20 to 23 races a year. So it goes on from like March to like December. And each race you get points. 1 through 10 gets points. And by the end of the year, whoever has the most points driver wise is the champion. And it's also team. So like each team has 2 drivers. So it's like Mercedes has 2 drivers. So it's team. There's the team championship and a driver championship.
He drives for Mercedes, right?
Yeah, he drives for Mercedes. Verstappen won last year off a bullshit ruling. The guy got fired too on the last race and won the championship. Basically stole it from Lewis. Verstappen did deserve it too, but last race, Lewis Hamilton was up like 10 seconds on his ass and like an accident happened and some bullshit ruling happened.
Yo, do you think these people are actually good at real life driving? Like outside of the track?
Yeah, dog. Why wouldn't they be? That translates like direct.
I feel like, yo, stop signs and red lights and all that shit would fuck you up because they're so used to just on press the pedal and go mode.
Bro, they're so rich. They're probably not even driving. They're probably just Ubering everywhere or some shit.
That's true. That's true.
Like,
dude, I wonder if they listen to music inside. Like Lewis Hamilton, dude, I wonder if he like plays that like I'm outside in an AMG or some shit like that.
No, they don't, because they have comms or whatever, like to tell like who's in front, who's behind. And they also have like, they honestly actually put a lot of work. They have like actual driving simulators too that they just like, it's so advanced, like literally a video game, a VR game that you're actually driving with all your controls and everything that like they practice on. It's like,
is it like NASCAR where that shit is like for 5 hours or is this like quicker?
It's quicker, but it's just the vibe. Like at the end, like I don't I don't sit there watching it for fucking an hour or 3 hours or whatever it is. I just look at the race at the end of the, like I look at
I feel like only the ending is probably good.
Yeah, I just look at like race highlights. It's like basketball to me. I just look at like highlights, you know. I'm not gonna sit there.
That Hamilton guy, he enjoys like jumping out of planes more than, like I saw this on Twitter today. Like he jumped out, he's in Dubai or some shit recently. So it's weird that we're like talking to him because I literally just saw this, and like he jumped out of a plane like parachuting like 6-7 times just today.
Damn,
dude, these motherfuckers are such adrenaline junkies. It's crazy. I would not want to do that type of fucking environment, bro. Like one false move and you're dead, because those things are going like 200 miles per hour, right?
Yeah, they're Formula One's I think the fastest out of all the different car racing. But yeah, it's like so fucking fast. I would want to experience it if it was fully safe.
What's the fastest you've ever gone in a car?
100.
Really?
That's it? Bro, you're a pussy.
I'm not. What do you mean? Like, I'm not
so
gonna.
Soft. You have the Camaro. You've only broke 100.
Well, after 100, I'm just like, yo, there's gonna be police around. I don't want to get a ticket. Like,
shut the fuck up, Cave. You're so soft, bro. I literally was doing 120 on the fucking like turnpike today. So I'm such a dickhead when I'm driving. So like I'm always on the left lane, and if like a car is behind me and is trying to pass me, when they're right next to me, I'll start speeding up so they can't get in front of me. And then, you know, my car is going to accelerate faster. Like if I put that shit on sport mode, and they have to like come behind me again, and then they see an opening, and then I'll start doing it again and again. Just I'm such a dickhead.
I do that sometimes too.
Bro, that's how you can get shot.
Facts, yo. I gotta chill with that, because I was like thinking today, I was like, yo, this dude was he gave me like redneck redneck vibe. So I feel like
Yeah, especially middle of Pennsylvania, you fuck around like that, yo, they popping out of love.
Dude, Turnpike is so boring, bro. Like it's literally just road. There's nothing to look at, and I get bored. I need some sort of entertainment. Like I can't not like. I gotta stop though.
I don't do that all the time, but like if someone pisses me off where they cut me off in like a weird way, yo, like there was this one time I was going to work and like at my old job, it was like a 2-lane going into 1 lane, like merging into one, and this guy was like, I was like right next to him and he was like speeding up next to me and like trying to get in front of me. And he like cut me off like completely to the point where I was on the outside of the fucking like outside boundary. So I ended up cutting him off too. And for the rest of the drive, I drove 50 miles per hour to work. While him behind me.
You're so petty, bro. Like after a while, I get bored with it. Then I let them pass. Like I only do it like 2 or 3 times. And after a while, I'm like, all right, fine. You can have it.
No, it was so to the point where I like almost hit like the side railing. Like he like cut me off bad.
Yo, Katie, you're so scary when you're driving. Remember when we were going to Michigan and your dad's like Dodge like Caravan, and you were like, we had like 6 bodies deep in that car, and I remember you like almost hit the car in front of us because you were whipping that bitch like it's like a Camaro, but it's like a Dodge Caravan, dog.
Wait, when did KB drive the van?
That was in college. That was when I didn't want to bring my Camaro over.
You're talking about the Bhangra comp?
Yeah.
I don't remember KB. Wait, did KB drive?
Yeah. I don't know if you were with us. I feel like you were because I remember we had like 5 or 6 bodies deep in his Caravan. I think you were because we went.
I might have been in the other car. I was in a van for sure.
Then you were definitely in KV's car then.
Yeah, that was a fun weekend.
Facts, bro.
Getting kicked out of hotel rooms and shit.
Dude, we had that shit like that was like our back-to-back thing. Every time we would go to a Bhangra competition, because I remember there was another one.
We should go to one this year. It's been a minute.
Yo, facts. I'm down. I want to see my peoples, bro.
I feel like they're not the same anymore. I don't know.
What you mean?
The one in DC that just popped off this weekend was lit though. They had like Big Bird there, Big Boy Deep, and Sherry Mon like all came out, and like hella like DJs and shit. Like it was a crazy lineup. That would have been mad fun.
Oh shit, yeah. Why don't the Bhangra comps do that more with actual artists and like that would be like pretty cool. Like combine like actual artists, like a concert and a Bhangra comp together.
Yeah, I think some do. We had what? Fatte? No, did we have Fatte? No, that was CMU. They had Just Rain once. Yeah,
that man's so corny. Don't ever bring that name up on.
Yeah, facts. I hate him.
KB, what do you like about him, dog?
I think he's hilarious. I think he's hilarious.
Bro, he's not hilarious.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. He's so goofy.
He's corny as hell. He's like, he represents like the fraud brown people.
No, I like AK way better, but I think I like Just Rain.
Dude, Just Rain's such a disgrace for Punjabi people because he plays into like that goofy Punjabi mentality. You know, like how Bollywood like paints.
He parodies stuff. Like it's just a part of it. But he's like,
but he like clowns the culture more than he does like represent it. His audience is lames.
Yeah, facts.
No, this is the difference. Right? Okay. He might clown it a little bit, but it's not like to the Superwoman and like Priyanka Chopra and shit where it's like they're affecting like our representation to like white people. His audience is like mainly just Indian people.
I don't know, bro. Like, I just want to slap him silly and tell him to fix his like bug. Yo, that shit, the way he ties that shit is so.
I think he's hilarious.
Wait, KB, do you like Superwoman then too?
No, I hate her. Superwoman is actually corny.
They're in the same lane.
No, they're not. Like to me, there's a huge difference.
What even happened to him though? He's like just ghost.
He just stopped, I guess.
Who, AK?
No, AK is still around. AK still drops shit. Like he'll drop like a video like once a month. Just Rain, I think.
AK fell off too though. AK hasn't been funny in so long.
What you mean? I feel like I guess I kind of grew out of it. I haven't seen his latest videos,
yeah,
so I
he's
can't
like
comment.
doing other things though. Like he's in like video production and like all that kind of stuff and like sound production and beats and like manages places and does other things. I feel like Just Rain, I don't know what he did.
Didn't like Superwoman get like a late night TV show hosting?
Yeah, Superwoman blew up. Out of those 3, Superwoman blew up the most. She's like mainstream now.
But her show got canceled, I'm pretty sure.
Really? Oh, I thought she was still on late night. But yo, speaking of women, how y'all feel about the male contraceptive pill? Would you take it?
Oh, the thing that came out that's like supposedly 99% effective.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if it doesn't affect anything with like sperm or sperm count or anything like that, or if it doesn't, you know, if the research is done and it's like proven to where it's like everyone uses it, yeah, I would use it.
Yeah, as long as I can still ejaculate.
Dog, I don't like
this is not out.
Yo, I think what it does is like, you know, the tail of the sperm, it paralyzes that so them bad boys can't swim. So it just, you can't even reach the egg. I think that's what it was like when I was reading up on it, but I don't know. That shit's so scary to me. Yo, fuck that.
Yeah, that's pretty smart. I haven't even read into it though.
I'm gonna be honest, I'd rather just like after 2-3 kids just get a vasectomy and say fuck it.
Yeah, fuck that. No one, dude, hell no. I'm so scared of that shit.
Vasectomy is reversible too.
Yeah, vasectomy is reversible. And
no one's going near my willy, bro. Fuck that. No one's near going down there, bro. Like,
no one has.
Facts, yo, facts. Dude, that shit is so scary to me, even thinking about it. Like, I don't understand how girls like take a pill that's gonna fuck up their reproductive cycle. Like, how do you like overcome that fear? Like what we were talking about, where we know like
because it's so normal. It's like it's a normal.
It's like mom mentality.
No, I'm saying like for girls, birth control and that stuff is like all normal now. Everyone just takes it, you know?
Oh, okay. So
yeah, I think there's gonna be like negative effects about that though too. Like, yeah, it's studied, but I don't think it's studied to like that extent. Like, I don't know, fertility and stuff. We'll see. I mean, fertility in males in general has like decreased insanely. Our testosterone is also like lower than it ever has been. I mean, there's plenty of factors that roll because of that kind of shit, for that shit. But we'll see what birth control does. Cause yeah, I mean, still like these girls like have to deal with like hormone changes and like mood swings, and like a lot of them are just like whatever, busting through it. Like the male pill will probably have the same effect on us too, maybe.
Yeah, that shit is just so like wild for me to think, like just willingly taking a pill, knowing your hormones are going to be fucked up. You're going to feel.
Yeah, but it's like, are they willing to take it because like, oh, like, I mean, it's like where, like, there's two sides to it too, right? Like from a male perspective, like, would you want her to take it or no? And then there's also like that pressure, right? That she probably faces too from like the male or other males.
Yeah. I wonder how like they overcome that. You know, I feel like it's probably like, you know, her homegirl is probably taking it and be like, yo, she not better than me. I'm going to take it too.
I feel like girls don't even think about it anymore. They turn like 18, they just start taking it. Like I honestly, I'm being like
multivitamin. They definitely still think about it.
I don't know.
Dude, if anything's fucking up your hormones and your reproductive shit, like you're going to be thinking deeply about it before you like pull that trigger. I feel like it's definitely mob mentality, you know, like if their homegirls are taking it and they're fine, be like, yo, I don't want to be left out. Like,
we need a girl's perspectives because we have no clue.
Yeah, we have no.
I'm just like thinking of from my perspective, yo, I don't even take creatine because I don't want to think about having to do like extra water intake or all this other shit.
You drink water normally.
Oh no, I used to be super against creatine too, but like creatine's fine, you know, that's a bunch of bullshit. Like they used to always say like, oh, like if you get breakouts and like acne and all that stuff, that's why I was so anti against it. Cause like, yo, my skin's smooth as hell. And like, I just keep it that way.
No, but creatine is the most researched supplement out there.
Yeah, it is the most researched supplement. But I'll go like a month on and then month off, month on. I've been off of it 2 months, but I'm gonna go back on now.
Like, so does it just like make your muscles look bigger?
No, it just absorbs more water into your muscles.
Which makes your muscle look bigger, but it also allows you to lift more, which then translates to you getting stronger quicker.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm just always so scared because everyone that I've heard from in the past was like, you know, you have to drink a lot of water. If you don't drink enough,
I mean, how much water you drink?
Like
already?
a gallon of water is fine. Like
yeah, I already drink a gallon every day, so like I'm good.
Really? I don't think I drink like 3 of these and this like 800 milliliters. I don't know how much milliliters are in a gallon, but
4 liters.
4 liters? Okay, then I don't drink a gallon.
4,000 milliliters.
Yeah, so I definitely don't drink a gallon.
But you're still pretty good. If you're doing 3 of those, that's like what, 2.5, 2.7?
Yeah, so 800, 2.4. Yeah.
2.4, yeah. So the minimum water that you should be intaking a day is 2 liters. And like 4 is like the higher end, right? So you're like, I feel like you'll still be fine.
I get still scared, yo. The way I drink and like on binge, like on the weekends, I literally can't even stomach water some days because I'm that hungover. And if I can't drink water for a full day, I'm thinking, yo, this is gonna fuck up my kidneys and all this other shit.
I'm to the point where I need water. Like if I like feel any type of thirst, I'm just like, yo, water feels so refreshing to me. But like literally water just makes you feel so refreshed.
I don't drink anything else during the weekdays, like coffee and water. And it's only like 1 cup of coffee. And coffee I've also like cut back on too.
Dude, I had that Celsius shit yesterday. I think you had it when we were recording.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit, I didn't realize had 200
That's 200 milligrams of caffeine.
Dude, I drank half of it and I literally was shaking. Like I couldn't like even handle 100 milligrams of caffeine.
I think that's like the cleanest caffeine though, out of like all drinks, like energy drinks and stuff like that. Or like, I guess that's considered an energy drink too. Cause if you look at the ingredients, it's like very minimal. They don't have like any like bullshit. Like it's legit, like just like water, like whatever, caffeine, and then like 2-3 other things. Whereas other energy drinks have like all these other things in them, right? I feel like pretty good. Like, you know how some people get like jittery and shit, or you feel kind of like trashy after like a Bang or like a Monster. Celsius, I think, is like a very pure, clean version of caffeine that you feel like pretty amazing.
Yeah, there's also another energy drink called yerba mate. It's like an actual plant that they made.
Isn't that a tea though?
No, well, they make it into like a energy drink. It tastes like iced tea, I think, but
Yeah, I've heard that.
It's a plant, but it has natural caffeine in it, so it's not like they just put caffeine in an energy drink just to make it an energy drink. It's like natural occurring caffeine in like the world.
Yeah, I usually just drink coffee. I just saw it at the store and I was like, all right, it's orange. I'll try it. And it actually was busting.
Yeah, I mean, that's like not the best flavor. I mean, the orange is good, but like you gotta get the other flavors. They got watermelon's mad fire. Strawberry kiwi is like mad dope.
Kiwi. Yo, do you guys watch Batman?
Yeah, I saw Batman.
JV, you saw it too, right?
Yeah, of course.
What'd you think of it?
I thought it was really fucking good. If you want me to break it down a little bit more, I thought the music made the movie, like the score. Mm-hmm. And I actually looked into the composer. He's done some big movies. He's done like...
Is it Hans Zimmer?
No, it's not. Hans Zimmer's was Dark Knight, actually. Hans Zimmer is like one of the most famous. This guy has done like, I don't even know, fucking like, I looked it up. I forget some of the movies. He's done a bunch of Disney movies. He's done a couple like video games like Call of Duty and stuff too. But I thought the score was way better than Dark Knight, to the point where it's like the score made me...
The
score is like the
background music?
The background music, the suspense, like the building of the suspense when you hear the music.
Oh, how do you know this kind of terminology?
Everyone knows what the score is.
I watched like one like award show and that's how I knew about it. I didn't know what score meant either, bro.
Everyone knows Hans Zimmer though. Like Hans Zimmer is the most famous. But I feel like the score was also more Batman related. Like it felt more Batman-y, if that makes sense.
I mean, I think Rinku, you didn't like it, right?
Yeah, I was not a fan of the movie.
You fell asleep through it. You need to watch it again.
You fell asleep?
Yeah, I fell asleep at the end.
Well, how? Dog, how? In the movie theater? Did you watch it in a movie theater or torrent?
Yeah, I was in a movie theater and my homie and me both fell asleep.
You and your homie need to be slapped, bro. Like, how do you fall asleep in a movie theater? That shit is so loud.
I mean, bro, like I was off some licks too. So.
True.
And some edibles. So like, yeah.
So that's your fault.
Yeah, but like it wasn't even that deep. I was like 2 drinks in. That's it.
But this is what I liked about it. So I liked how it was like more of like a detective murder mystery. Like, I also like the relationships with everyone. Like even with the police, you see the Batman relationship. It's kind of like, you know, shifty, right? Like he gets in fights with the police sometimes, and like Gordon's kind of for him, and sometimes they're not. The only person I really didn't like his relationship was with Alfred. I feel like there needed to be more Alfred in there, and then more of his Bruce Wayne side. Because his Batman side was really fucking good, and it almost felt like a thriller to me. Like it was like a lot of suspensefulness, and yeah, there were like really slow moments sometimes, but you hear the music slowly build up in those slow moments to this like suspenseful ass like scene, and those scenes were fucking amazing.
Yeah, I didn't even think there was any dull moments in it. From like start to finish, you kind of like, I mean, I saw it in like IMAX. So like anytime bass would hit, like my butt cheeks would vibrate. Like the bass was just hitting so loud in the IMAX theater.
I did that too.
Yeah. Dude, the car scene, like chase was so fucking well done. And like the only criticism I have.
I don't remember the car chase. Like where
what did you watch? Did you watch Batman? Like I'm like getting heated right now. But no, not to digress, but like I think the only problem with the thing with Robert Pattinson being Batman was like he's not a good Bruce Wayne, but he's a really good Batman. Like anytime he was trying to,
I think they did that on purpose though. Like they kept him mostly 90% of the movie he's Batman, because that was my biggest problem. I could just not fall into it. Like when he has a mask on, okay, I don't care. But as soon as that mask comes off, no, I just see Twilight. Like,
yeah, I've never seen that movie, bro. I've never seen it either.
But like that's like all he's known for, you know, his scrawny ass body, like you know.
I've seen Twilight, but I didn't like corresponded to that. I don't know. He's done some good movies recently.
I just like when he was talking to Alfred on the bedside, like when he was trying to be Bruce Wayne and be like all like, you know, down on his.
You're not my father.
Yeah, and you know, down bad. Like it just seemed so off. Like it didn't like. I feel like what's the cocksucker's name that the original Dark Knight dude? What's it? Christian Bale. Yeah, Christian Bale. Like he played Bruce Wayne really well because you could see that he had that swagger of like a billionaire. Robert Pattinson just like I don't even know. Like he couldn't pull off Bruce Wayne, bro. Like I just couldn't see it. Maybe he just needs to like tan a little bit more or something.
Yeah, he needs a tan. He needs to get a little bit more jacked. Like he's just a soy boy. But Catwoman, I like Catwoman a lot. And I like Penguin a lot.
Zoe Kravitz. Yo, she bad, bro.
Facts.
Penguin made the movie. I think Penguin really had some good scenes.
He was all right. I mean, he was like kind of like the pseudo villain, but like he played that like a villain that you could like.
Yeah.
So that's good. I mean, but I don't know. What did you guys feel about that vengeance shit? You know, like what was it like? Live long enough to like be a villain or some shit, or
I forget what it's called. What is it saying?
What? Vengeance.
No, the live long.
You
either
either
a hero or you live long to be a villain.
No, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain, I think. But I don't know what movie that's from. Is that from Batman?
That's from Dark Knight.
Oh shit, I did not know that. That's kind of wild, bro.
Yeah, Harvey Dent said that. Harvey Dent said that too, because Harvey Dent ended up being a villain at the end too. After his girl dies, remember he gave Batman the choice between Rachel Dawes or Harvey Dent, and they saved Harvey. But that's how when he turned evil or whatever. So like he said that to Batman earlier though.
Are they like just trying to get at like in the moment shit might seem good, but like you don't think of it enough, and downstream that shit good just turns into bad? Is that what they're talking about? Like,
yeah. Because like in one society you're like looked at like as like you're treated like, I mean that's if you go back, there's other movies that are like that too, right? Like, oh, at one point like these heroes are like treated as gods, oh, like they're praised and all that, and then you go like a couple like 100 years later and they're still alive, but like the whole mentality of society has changed, and now people like fear them
Bezos.
rather than like praise them.
I'm saying Jeff Bezos, because like everyone, like Amazon was such a good thing when it came out. Like you got the 2-day delivery and stuff, and like everyone was like really into it. Now they have like monopolies over everything. Now everyone's like, yo, Jeff Bezos has fucking $1 billion and he's not doing shit with it, you know?
what you mean? He's going to space with that shit, bro.
No, I know, but this is what people just like say all the fucking time. They're like, yo, this guy has a monopoly over every fucking industry.
First you praise them and then you hate them.
Stuff like that. I feel like that hasn't happened to Elon Musk yet, but I feel like it's gonna happen to him soon too.
Elon gets a lot of hate. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know why though. Like, cause is it just like you just hate every billionaire? I think that's just like what America's becoming. Like, if you're a billionaire,
that's just people being petty, yo. Like these people worked hard for their money, and like Elon also like he's just like a fuck boy too. I don't think people like respect that because he's just himself. And
he responds so well to people all the fucking time.
Yeah, exactly. Like he keeps it real. I think he's the most natural. Like Zuck is just weird. Like Bezos just is a tool now. Like he's a straight jock. And Elon's like the one that's like most relatable, I would say.
I think why Elon's more relatable is because he's like more on like in the public eye. Like I don't know, I haven't seen a single interview with Mark Zuckerberg except for Lex Friedman that happened like 2 months ago or some shit. But Jeff Bezos, like he's under the radar. The only thing I know is like, you know, he was like clapping cheeks behind his wife's back. That's like the only thing I know of him. And then like him being like the dawn of Amazon.
His wife's still and not
she got half of like what he had. Yeah. That was also just in the news recently too, because she donated like hella money to a charity, and then people were clowning, making fun of that too, because Bezos hasn't given up any of his fortune yet, and she's already doing like more good in that sense, like charity.
That's such a difficult line to draw. Like, how much like would you like let's just say we all had like $100 billion right now. How much would you donate to? Like, would you give 10% to charity or like 1%?
I mean, most of these people are giving 99% of their net worth to charity. That's like Zuck, I think Bill Gates, like it's already planned out. Like they're giving away like 95+% of their net worth away.
Yeah, when they say charity, does that mean like it's some shit like their kids like made up, like the nonprofit their kids just created, and there's just like a way to like transfer wealth? Like, is it actually like going to be in good use, like Red Cross or some shit like?
That I don't know. It could just go to an offshore account.
I think some people. No, I mean obviously some people do it for the good. Some people don't. Like there's both sides to it, and some people do it for the tax deductions and shit like that. Like I feel like most people do it for the tax deductions rather than out of that.
You have to. Like, yeah, fuck the government.
I don't know about that. You got to keep some of these cocksuckers in check because you can't just be evading taxes left and right. But it's like a difficult situation. Like, I feel like the government needs to regulate, but the government gets bought behind the scenes. Like, you know, you grease in pockets and they're not going to pass certain laws. So it's just like a cyclical cycle of like them cocksucker behavior. And I think that's why they get hated. But like Jeff Bezos, I can see, but Elon, I just still don't understand why everyone hates him. Outside of the taxes shit, like I feel like he's doing so much good for like.
What did he do recently? Like he tweeted some shit like, "Yo, I'm gonna like pay this many taxes," and then he paid like more taxes than like anybody in the country. I forget what it was though.
Oh, that was in response to Bernie. I think Bernie like called him out for like, yo, these or AOC, one of those stupid people like called him out for not paying taxes or something. And then he like tweeted out, yo, like I'm going to be paying the most taxes this year than any US citizen ever.
Yeah. He is a citizen though, right? Like now?
I think he has 3 citizens.
Is he still Australian?
He's South African, though.
Shit, if I was the United States, I'd give him a free citizenship, you know? Like,
yo, how many citizens can you have? He has 3?
Yeah, he was born in South Africa. Then he went to Canada and did some shit there and got a citizenship there. I think that's where he went to school. Then he did grad school at Penn and did all this like PayPal shit. And that's like, I feel like to even start up an enterprise, you're going to need like a work visa. And eventually I feel like you would probably take a citizenship test and shit like that.
The US passport's not even the strongest. I think it's like Switzerland or Sweden or something has the strongest passport to like.
I don't know about that, Chief.
It is. It's an actual fact because US is restricted to certain countries because obviously we're US, like North Korea and stuff. Like Switzerland or Sweden, I forget which one, you can go to the most countries with that password.
That's a finesse though too, like getting like dual citizens. I was like looking in that today. Like, I don't know. Yo, I've been seeing way too much on Twitter, but like there's a person that like sets you up with like making like, especially when you start making like good money and shit, like you get like citizenship in a different country. And that's like ways to like move your money a little bit more correct too.
Mm-hmm. I think I would get like the India one, but like you can't do 2 citizenships in India. At least that's what my sister was telling me.
Yeah, you can't.
No, what do you mean? Yeah, you can.
No, you can. You have not if you're a United States one.
Nah, so like my dad already has his OCI card, but like since my parents are already dual citizen, or since he's already dual citizen, I'm automatically allowed to become a dual citizen as well. Like I can get my OCI card, and then I'm pretty much citizen of both India and America. Like now, when my passport expires, like that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, so I think that's like kind of like quote unquote a citizenship. Like you can buy property and like live there, but you can't like, you know, start up an enterprise or some shit like that. I don't think you're allowed to vote or like play part in like political shit, but like you can be like a permanent resident if you want to. So there is like some nuances with OCI card. At least that's what my sister was telling me. Like you can like, I think I have one too, but it's not like citizenship where like you have like full reign of India, like in the sense like you can open up like, you know, a shop, you can, you know, run for like fucking mayor or some shit like that. Whereas like if you were a citizen, you would be allowed to do some shit like that. But India's all corrupt, bro. I feel like you can finesse a passport like if you wanted to.
Yeah, when this Ukraine Russia thing was going on, did y'all see like the one girl that was a WNBA star that got trapped because of weed or something?
Yeah, she had a vape pen in her bag and she
was in Russia, right? And they caught her at the airport with like weed, and now she's like trapped in Russia. Like,
wait,
like,
who is it?
It's like a WNBA star. It's a Brittany something.
Oh,
Brittany Griner. Yeah, I don't know any WNBA stars, but she's basically trapped in Russia right now.
What the fuck?
Because of weed. Yeah.
Well, she had like a vape pen, and I think she knew one of the I think the WNBA owner like of that team that she's in, he's from fucking Russia, and she just always like goes there to travel. And obviously this one time, I mean, she's probably done it multiple times for you to like sneak in the vape pen, you know, like, so this time she got booked, but like with all this shit going on, they're keeping her hostage. I wonder like if she's released now still.
I mean, I'm laughing at it now because it's kind of just weed to me, but I'm not laughing at the situation. But it's just.
I think it's just Russia being petty, bro. Like they would. They know it's just weed, and she's probably been like here back and forth like so many times, and she has ties with like that Russian billionaire. But best believe if this shit was NBA like LeBron James, we would have been like bringing that John back within like 3 days. It's only because it's WNBA, dog. No one watches WNBA.
Dude, I just don't get how like. There's been so many rappers and stuff that just bring weed in like across countries, and you just get in jail and like not allowed to go. Remember the A$AP Rocky shit, right?
Oh shit, yeah, dude, I completely forgot about that. Well, I thought that was for a fight. That wasn't for weed. I think he got like he threw hands or got like caught hands. I forget one.
Oh yeah, but like that's just so risky to do anything in a different country and not be.
Yeah, facts. I still can't believe Kodak Black got pardoned by Trump.
Yeah, Kodak Black has survived so many. I don't know how this man's so rapid.
Didn't he just get shot earlier this month?
Yeah.
Dude, he definitely is a definition of a gremlin. He looks like a gremlin.
Nah, he got like a fresh cut now. He chopped off all his fucking like big thingies. Now he's got like a clean cut.
Oh, he's got a lineup?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I haven't.
My name Kodak Black. When you see me, I'm white. Have you seen that?
Nah.
There's an interview with Kodak Black, and it's like one of those weird interviews. Like, what's that guy from Hangover? The guy with the baby.
It's Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, you know how you have the interview and it was like behind two ferns and it was kind
Between
of
two ferns.
Yeah, between two ferns and it was kind of awkward. So Kodak Black did an interview with someone else where it was awkward, and the whole time he's just like, "My name Kodak Black. When you see me, I'm white."
Yo, he's so goofy. I feel like he like plays into that shit because like he's actually smart. Like when you listen to his lyrics, like he comes up with some profound shit. But like when he talks, I just don't understand what this man's saying because he's got such a southern fucking accent.
He has so many memes, like so many Breakfast Club interviews that are just funny, like with the ski mask.
Oh my god.
He's a character.
Do you think he like greased Trump's pockets? Like, why would Trump pardon him? Like these
He
politicians.
couldn't grease him, bro. It was like just straight random. Like he was already locked up.
But why out of him? Like you gotta have some connects, bro. Like,
No, he pardoned like a bunch of people. Kodak Black just happened to be on the list. Yeah, I don't know how he got on the list. This is before like Trump's like left, right? He like he was being petty, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna let all these people off to like I don't even know, like show off my power and shit."
dude,
And then-
that's a come up. Because I remember that's when Wayne got in trouble, right? Because he had like a chrome pistol. He got caught, and he was
Yeah, I
gonna
think
get
so.
Okay. And that's when Wayne did like all that handshake with Trump where he looked like a goddamn, he also looked like a gremlin too. Yo, the Kodak Black and him both look like gremlins.
Yeah.
I wonder how much corruption actually happens behind the scenes with politicians and shit like that.
Yo, speaking of rappers, do you guys have any like? So we should do like a new segment each week where we do like a song of the week. Any songs that come into mind for the week?
So mine's going to be Anders, Anders.
Yo, I cannot believe this man just found Anders, yo.
Is it Anders or Anders?
I say Anders.
I thought it was like workaholics, like Anders.
It probably is Anders, but I just say Anders.
We found Anders like what? I forget what we were in Toronto when we found him. Well, when I found like first got exposed to him. And I don't know, KB, were you with us or not? No, I don't think you came this trip. It was like me, Sonny, and I think it was just Amaya. But we were like going to find some after hour spot in Toronto, and like we're just listening to the Toronto radio, and he came on. So it's like real early, yeah. But he was fire.
Yo, that song Attached by him, yo, that shit is so gas. A beat and everything, whew, fire. And the lyrics too, bro. Reminded me of a shorty from the past.
Yeah, he's pretty soft. I like it. I don't listen to him like that much, honestly. I'm not gonna cap, but sometimes I'll find my way back. But my song of the week is probably Playa by A Boogie with the Hoodie and Her.
I've not heard. Is it new?
Smooth. Yeah, it just dropped like this week or last week.
Dude, Her's voice is so fucking fire.
Yeah, she's dope. What's her like that one song that she does?
Slide.
Slide. Ooh, that shit's so
I saw her live in UK when she opened up for Childish Gambino, and I was just like taken back because her voice is actually that fire, like raw, without all the auto-tune shit. Like, cause she was acapella. Yeah.
All right, my song is Log Out by T-Shine, Sway Lee, and Black. Wait, real question. Do you guys say Black or Six Lack? Some people say Six Black.
No, it's not Six. He literally has a line in here, like he has a bar about this.
I feel like some people feel like a way saying just Black, like when they see Six Black or whatever, you know. But I do say Black. Yeah, T-Shine, Sway Lee. T-Shine's part of Young Thug's like label, like YSL. Yeah, Sway Lee always rides the beat. T-Shine rides the beat too here.
Wait, what's this one called?
Log Out. T-Shine's album just dropped. Part of a Young Stoner Life.
Okay, give me a slap real quick.
Nah. It's not the time.
Who's T-Shine with? Oh, he's with Young Thug.
If you listen to Young Thug's album, he's been on some.
Thug.
All right, guys, thanks for listening to the Brown Boy Chronicles podcast. We are available on all podcast platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, and YouTube. Feel free to follow us on Instagram at the Brown Boy Chronicles and our Twitter at the bbcpod. If you enjoy our content, we would appreciate it if you guys could take the time to review, like, and subscribe. If you have any other questions or business inquiries, please email us at brownboychronicles1@gmail.com. Thank you.